This is the Roman Aeolipile, Antiquity's most significant missed opportunity. Created in the 1st century AD, it operates on a revolutionary principle. As water boils, steam exits the nozzles, forcing the sphere to spin. The first recorded conversion of heat into continuous motion. While the Aeolipile produces very little torque, it provides the conceptual foundation for all future steam power. If the Romans had refined the precision metalworking and high-heat metallurgy required to contain high-pressure steam, the empire could have eventually transitioned from wooden galleys and foot legions to coal-fired naval fleets and iron rail transport. That transition never occurred because the Roman economy was built on the capture and use of human labor. With a massive population of enslaved workers available to mill grain and row ships, there was no financial incentive for the state to invest in the expensive mechanical automation required to scale steam technology. History relies on specific points of stability. In 202 BC, at the Battle of Zama, the entire trajectory of human development reached a breaking point. In our timeline, Rome emerged victorious. But if the tactical variables had shifted slightly, Hannibal Barca's heavy cavalry would have successfully flanked the Roman lines. Carthage crushes the legions and ends the Roman threat permanently. The collapse of the Roman army leaves the Italian peninsula defenseless. The Roman Republic is dismantled, and the Latin language, still a regional dialect, stops its expansion and eventually fades into obscurity. Carthaginian forces march into the capital and burn the Roman Senate. This marks the end of European-centric antiquity. Wealth and technological advancement concentrate along the coast of North Africa. The center of gravity for human civilization shifts away from the Tiber and locks on to the ports of Carthage. Rome becomes the city left in ruins, and its territory is partitioned. This creates a power vacuum that is filled by a maritime civilization with priorities distinct from those of the Roman military state. Under Carthaginian control, the entirety of the Mediterranean functions as a unified commercial waterway. Rome focused on the sword, building its power through land conquest and direct taxation. Carthage operates as an empire of the coin, prioritizing maritime logistics and controlling shipping lanes. Rather than maintaining expensive borders, Carthage uses a network of commercial shipping vectors to manage coastal resources. With Mediterranean markets secured, navigators push past the Pillars of Hercules, mapping open Atlantic currents, seeking new markets beyond the known world. Carthaginian shipwrights already possessed deep-hulled merchant vessels designed for long-distance storage. By following the Canary Current and the northeast trade winds, their navigators reached the Caribbean coast centuries before the start of the European Middle Ages. Their arrival in Mayan territory is defined by economics. They establish a presence not as conquerors, but as foreign merchants interested in new commodities. Pushing north into Toltec territory, they establish a permanent transatlantic supply chain. A global economic loop takes hold. American gold and crops flow east, African spices flow west, and Mediterranean metalwork is traded. This mercantile approach favors the stability of trading partners over the destruction of indigenous societies, leading to a world where technological growth is driven by mutual exchange rather than colonial extraction. In the ruins of the Italian peninsula, Carthaginian scholars uncover the engineering records of the old Roman world. They analyze the Aeolipile schematic as a solvable logistical problem. They test how to translate the steam's rotational energy into the high torque output required for a paddle wheel. This diagram illustrates the resulting engineering leap. They scaled a turbine into a multi-chambered steam piston system, allowing them to power ships independently of wind or human rowers. Advances in coal mining and iron smelting rapidly accelerate mechanical production. By 900 AD, Carthage oversees a sprawling network of automated forges. The wooden galleys of the past are replaced. Ironclad steamships now cross the oceans, maintaining the speed and reliability necessary for a mercantile empire. The Industrial Revolution required a specific economic environment to succeed. In this timeline, the merchants' demand for faster shipping provided the capital and motivation to solve the engineering hurdles that the Roman military state ignored for centuries. The resulting world is unrecognizable. Heavy steam rail lines cross the Sahara Desert, connecting the North African hub to trading outposts in the American Northeast. Europe remains a collection of warring tribes in a forgotten wilderness, having never been integrated into the global Carthaginian trade network. The institutions that defined our history do not exist. There is no British Empire, no Spanish Armada, and no Roman Catholic Church. The dominant global culture is maritime and astronomical. Billions of people across 3 continents worship the stars and the sea, the elements that originally allowed the Carthaginian ships to find their way. Every empire believes its dominance is an inevitable part of the human story. But our languages, our technology, and our gods are all just one historical misstep away from being lost to a forgotten what if.